Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kai. So here's another semen retention video. There's a lot of videos out there that talk about the benefits of semen retention. Semen retention gets you a bunch of girls, and it gets a bunch of female attention, and the females love you, and the women, they all just want to jump at you and have sex with you all the time and all this stuff. And it's all but superficial, you know. Your eyes light up, you have more confidence, you have more self-assuredness, and your social skills, and you're more drive, more of a man. Like, yeah, that's true, right? But I'm gonna tell you the real reason why semen retention gets you tons of women. And that's because when you're at the final product, when you're like at the final stages of semen retention and it's a lifestyle and you're completely weaned off those dopamine hits and needing any female attraction, that's why. Because you don't need it. I'm telling you, you genuinely do not need it. In fact, you don't even want it. In the universe, paradoxically, you know, it's like a little game that it plays. It always gives you what you don't want. Gives you what you want when you don't want it anymore. It's kind of like a little game. I used to not believe it, you know, but like when you start, like you're genuinely going to get to a point where you realize that the only reason you wanted female attention and wanted all that female attraction, yes, biology plays a huge part in it, the need for sex and all of that stuff, but like that just stops like becoming a worry in your mind if you stick with it. Now, this takes years of it. Years. You know, the cool part is like when you're on that process, your mind and your body is going to know exactly, like you're going to know what to do. It's going to show you the answers naturally. You're going to draw that real wisdom. But when you're on the other end of it, you're genuinely just not going to want women in your life. Like, yeah, like if the universe sends you something, sends you a nice girl, that's great. You know, I'm not like denying it, but you just don't want it. Like, you're not going out and to the gym or to the club or to the bar or on the streets or at the coffee shop thinking like, oh my God, like what if there's women there? You know, because then you get all anxious and all stressed and you're not in the flow and you're not acting natural and not acting right. That's what repels women. You know, but when you're there and you're just not even looking for it, for some reason it just shows up. Like it just, and it does, and you're being normal and you're not being, again, like you're not trying to control the situation or force it. You know, like every interaction you have with a woman isn't trying to get her phone number or get attention from her, validation. And then all of a sudden, like, they just want to spend time with you, have sex with you, and like do all this stuff. You get it when you stop looking for it. Now, I remember I was talking to one of my best buddies. He was one of the biggest ladies men I've ever met in my life. I mean, that dude could go into a bar with polar bear pajamas and pull women, and every time he'd take a girl home every night, anytime he wanted. They all came up to him too. They wouldn't come up to anyone else in the group, they just came up to him. I remember I was talking to him when he's wearing pajamas. You know, I remember I was talking to him one time, and he wasn't even a super attractive guy. You know, he's just a normal looking dude. And I asked him one time, I'm like, well, what's the deal with that, man? And this is back when I really cared about this stuff, you know, and he was just like, you know, man, I got it when I stopped looking for it. And I see what he means now. Semen retention, the path on that is the way to get it. I'm telling you. Start semen retention. It's going to be hard. You're going to fail. You're going to regress. You're going to relapse. It's going to happen. But just keep going. Okay? And you know, everyone always says like a good reason, you need a good reason to start female attraction or start semen retention. I would say a good reason is because you want to get more women. You know, let that be a good reason in the beginning. You know, let that carry you through the first 6 months. Okay? And then what's going to happen is you're going to start to see true wisdom. You're going to start to see why you need it, why you thought you wanted it, and that you don't need it anymore. And then it's going to start to really become a more spiritual thing and more You're going to start to feel more balanced. You're going to start to feel better about yourself. Your self-esteem's going to go up. Then you're going to not want it anymore because you're drawing confidence from within. You're going to realize that all of the reason you wanted this female attraction and wanted attention from women was just external validation. And then you're just going to have all this internal sense of self-confidence, not an unhealthy amount. You're not an asshole, but you're just not going to want it anymore. And it's going to be genuinely who you are. Like, you're not going to be paying for one of those, like, teach me how to get more women classes. Like, that's bullshit, man. Like, you can only fake that for so long before someone finds out. What, you're going to sit there and fake it? Like, what kind of person are you going to attract doing that? But yeah, you're just not going to want it anymore. And then it's going to show up and you're just not going to want it because, like, these people aren't even high-level individuals. And, like, you're not going to want to waste your semen, like, your life force on just sex anymore. What's going to happen is you're going to sit there and you're going to get all this extra attention. You're going to, like, go crazy for a little bit. And then you're going to realize that it wasn't worth it and that you don't want it anymore. And that's when it really, truly starts to come. Ironically enough. And then you're going to just go through a period of time by yourself. And if the universe sends you someone, then great. If not, you weren't ready. It's not time yet. Trust the timing. Trust that. The only way to get to that point, though, is start the process. Ironically enough, when you start semen retention, it's going to be about the women. When you end it and come out the other end of it, it's going to be about you, how it makes you feel, the confidence it gives you, the health benefits that it gives you, how good you feel, how balanced you feel, how relaxed you feel. And you're going to see, like, man, this is really, all this is giving me is just anxiety and stress, and it's just hurting my nervous system. I'm not saying that a healthy relationship and a good partnership is not good to have. I'm not saying that. Okay, but even when you do have that and you're on the semen retention, you can still have sex, but you're not desperate for it. You're not needy for it, right? Like, you're disciplined. You can have that balance where, yes, you can still have sex with people and still have sex in your relationships, but you're not, like, itching for it. I don't need this every week, okay? And watch, like, you're going to need to be around some really confident women. Because once I think a lot of unhealthy and women that claim they're confident, the modern women, that don't need no men, that have more masculine energy than most guys do these days, they're going to get really turned off by that because that makes them insecure. You don't need this sex from me. You don't need, like, you're not validating me in that way where you're constantly, like, trying to get in my pants. Yeah, you're going to need a real confident chick. Again, though, it's not about that. Just, don't you want to, like, wake up every day? Don't you want to, like, go to places, go grab a coffee, go to the gym where you're not sitting there obsessed with women? Like, I'm telling you, it's so peaceful and relaxing. And then if you, like, have a conversation with someone, then great. Like, I don't know, the way that I work, like, I'm more on the introverted side. Like, I'm social and stuff, but I don't really talk to a lot of people. Like, most of the time, people talk to me. That's how I kind of determine. I don't know, the universe just sends me people when I'm out and about doing my thing. And if they talk to me, then great, we talk, and it's usually a good conversation because they're the right people. But I don't usually go and chit-chat too much. I don't know, it just doesn't click with me. I tried it. I did when I was pretending to be, when I was taking those classes on how to get women and, be an alpha male and all that stuff, like those programs. I mean, it's so stupid. You're going to literally pay someone to tell you how to get women. Yeah, I tried it. It didn't work. I gotta do my 10 approaches every day. That shit's just so, yeah. Yes, it'll work, actually, but you're gonna realize how much effort you're draining that you could have been used toward, like, other actual quality things, like your health and, your passions and your hobbies, and even just saving it for yourself. The gym, exercise. But yeah, semen retention showed me that wisdom. Like, how do I connect with people? And it's usually the right people approach me, and I trust that. Start semen retention. It's okay to start it for the women. And it's gonna end for you. I'm telling you, it's an amazing feeling. I hope everyone has a great day.